Hi biology friends, it's Sarah, your other biology professor. Let's talk about multiple alleles. There are a few things about multiple alleles that kind of consistently cause problems for students on exam questions. So we're going to clear up all of those things right now so you can sail through that section on your test. First off, multiple alleles aren't special. It just means that there are 3 or more alleles, different DNA sequences, for that particular gene or locus DNA region of interest. That takes us to issue number 1, the notation. So because there are more than 2 alleles in our population, we can't just call them big A and little a. That doesn't give us enough options. So we need a different way to write these alleles. What you'll often see is that multiple alleles are written with a superscript, the tiny little letter or number up to the top. The classic example of this is with the ABO blood groups, where we use the letter I to represent the alleles. The I stands for isoagglutinogen, which is another word for antigen, the proteins that determine the blood types. I gets the superscript A to indicate the A allele, and the superscript B to indicate the B allele. The O allele, we use lowercase I to indicate that it's recessive to both the A and B alleles. By using capital I to represent both the A and B alleles, which are codominant, and lowercase I for the O allele, which is recessive to both of those, we're not only representing 3 different alleles, but also the dominance interactions between them. Now, as we add more alleles, those interactions can get more and more complicated, and so using uppercase and lowercase letters doesn't always make sense. You're going to need to look into the example or the problem itself to get more clues about dominance and recessive interactions there. The second thing I often see students get confused about. Just because there are 3 or more alleles for a particular locus does not mean an individual gets 3 or more alleles for that particular locus. Multiple alleles exist at the population level. If you're diploid, and you are, you only get 2 of those possible multiple alleles. So if there are 5 alleles in your population, you're going to have some combination of 2 of those. If you have 2 copies of the same allele, you're homozygous. And if you have any 2 different ones, you're heterozygous. And then finally, often because of the way we teach multiple alleles, sort of as an exception to the big A, little a, Mendelian 2 allele system, you may get the impression that multiple alleles are uncommon. But in reality, it's very much the opposite. Most human genes are predicted to have multiple alleles. But remember, you still only get 2. It's only at the population level that we can study multiple alleles by seeing all of the different combinations in individuals. All right, drop me a like if you learned something about multiple alleles, subscribe for more biology, and check out my website for tutoring resources. I'll see you next time. Bye.